Hello, my name is Rio, and today I thought I'd let these Artdice decide what I draw. I think drawing with prompts can be really helpful because, for one, they take away the whole "what do I draw?" question out of the equation. Plus, they were made to give you fun and interesting ideas. I was also thinking that if anybody wanted, they could try out this challenge with me. If you want to see what prompts you get, then just keep watching. But if you just want to watch me start working on my interpretation, then feel free to skip to this timestamp right here. I'll edit it in. First, I'm going to roll these for anyone who wants to try this challenge too, and then I'll roll for myself. So pick a number between 1 and 10. If you picked 1, then these are your prompts. And you don't have to follow these exactly. If you don't like one of them, then you can just remove it. It's not that serious. Just to spark some ideas, hopefully. Hopefully I get some good ideas to work with. I have my lucky duck right here. I should probably name it. Blueberry Muffin, the lucky duck. Okay, I like these prompts actually. I'll keep these over here in the corner so I can remember it. Oh no. There we go. And get into drawing. Alright, I'm using this random little bead cup thing to hold this down. Hopefully it stays, and I'm also eating a cracker, so. I have this little cat pot thing that I keep my watercolor water in. Sadly, he lost his ear in a tragic accident. It was a shelf tumble. I'm curious what your favorite mediums to draw with are. For me, it's probably watercolor and colored pencils. I just really like the texture that they create. Sometimes though, I'll just grab a bunch of random art supplies and mix them together and see what happens, and that's usually really fun to do. Recently, I've been really wanting to try gouache paint. I've seen some other artists use it and it looks super smooth and nice. Some people say that it's tricky to use at first, so we'll see. Maybe I can turn it into a video. Right now on screen, I'm just blocking out the big shapes of the drawing, which I don't usually do. I usually do a pencil sketch first, so I'm not really sure why I did that. I guess I was just really eager to start it. Tree over here, hill, trees down here, more hills, bird right here. I don't know. Usually recording myself draw is really hard for me because when I draw, I like to just listen to music or a podcast or something and sort of just check out of the real world for a little bit. But when I record myself, I feel like I'm hyper aware of every single line I'm making with the pencil, and I'm thinking, don't mess up, because the camera will see it if you mess up, and I feel like that makes me mess up even more, if that makes sense. But this time, for some reason, I wasn't even that nervous. And nearing the end of the video, I actually did start listening to some music because I figured I'd just record a voiceover, which I did, so good thinking past me. This kind of reminds me of B-movie. On the end credits, there's this art of a hive, I think, and it's all just the same tone of yellow. I don't know why the first thing that came to my head was B-movie, but that was actually the first movie that I ever watched. Lore drop. Okay, looking like something so far. The bird's gonna be right here. Okay, oh, it also said hard/rough, and it's kind of looking a little soft, so I'm gonna try and jag it up the edges a bit. Right now, I'm also drinking orange juice, which is really on theme, but for a second I was about to dip my paintbrush in this because it looked like the paint water. Painting with only orange juice. Have any of you watched any TV shows that you really like recently? Me and my family always watch TV shows and movies together. We watched the entirety of Smallville last year. We watched it every single night. It took so long. It took almost an entire year to finish it, but it was fun. Then we just started watching movies, I think, and then we watched Stranger Things, which my sister's obsessed with right now. She won't stop watching Stranger Things every single day. I also really like Stranger Things though. I'm really excited for the 5th season to come out. And right now we're watching Lost. It's getting crazy, guys. Season 2, we just started season 2. Have any of you guys seen Lost? And if you haven't, you probably should, because It's pretty good so far. Alright, so I asked what your favorite medium to draw with was, but I haven't asked what your favorite thing to draw is. My favorite thing to draw is probably fan art or characters or fan art of characters. So I like drawing characters from movies, books, TV shows, just stuff that I'm into at the moment. And yeah, I just like drawing things that I love. What more can I say? Oh, and drawing and coming up with my own characters is really fun. So since I usually just stick to drawing characters, drawing this was definitely a little bit out of my comfort zone, which is a good thing. I can't even remember the last time I attempted a landscape, but this was fun, and I might do it more often. If there's characters involved too. Something I find funny that I realized recently is that the vibe or the tone of my drawing will change completely based on what music I'm listening to or what playlist. So if I'm listening to an upbeat and really crazy song, the drawing will look really scribbly and crazy, but if I'm listening to a slower song, the drawing will look more smooth and calm, I guess. I think that would be a cool thing to do side by side in a sketchbook, like listen to different songs and see how the look of the drawings vary based on that. Looking at it now, I definitely think I could have been a lot more creative with it. I just took the prompts really literally, like, it said draw a bird, so I drew a bird. It said draw yellow and orange, I drew yellow and orange, landscape, drew a landscape. I think I could have come up with something more creative, but I don't know, I still like it. And I especially like that I got yellow and orange as my colors because warm colors are my favorite thing to draw ever. Here I was just adding random little swirly patterns. I don't even know what they're supposed to be, so don't ask me. I think just maybe little swirls of wind? Something from my subconscious, I guess. If you've made it to the end, comment shrimply the best with a bunch of shrimp emojis just to confuse people. But I won't be confused. I'll know.
There's only one of me in all the world. I am one in a trillion.
So here's the finished drawing. It's definitely a landscape, yellow-orange, hard, rough bird joy drawing, so I'll consider that a win. Go drink some water. If it's sunny outside, go sit in the sun, absorb all that vitamin D, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye!